Hey guys, this is Jella and welcome back to my channel. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas with your family. I am going to be building a subscriber's house and I already chose a winner from draw lots from those who sent me a message. So we will be making Brit's house. She doesn't have any Game Pass, so this house is going to be one-story modern farmhouse inspired. I asked her how many bedrooms would I make and she said 3 would be fine. So since this will be a role-play-friendly house, I will be adding a garage, a laundry area, and for the 3 bedrooms, we will make one for a daughter, one for a son, and then parents' bedroom would be en suite. The right side of the house will be an open floor plan. From the living room, the dining table would be next to it and then the kitchen. I will delete the small room I placed at the back. So the biggest room here is for the parents. But it is just 3 by 4. So basically, all 3 bedrooms are the same size. Anyways, I used gable roof for the main house and then added a slanted roof for the garage. Since this is a modern farmhouse style, I will be adding a slanted roof in front and then adjust the height so it would look like another room above. I'm gonna add a decal window and just searched up from the free images. There are a lot of window types in here, so I just chose this since it is colored white. I changed the frame texture to plastic to match the windows I will be adding to the walls later. I actually made a mistake by adding the slanted roofs because I didn't notice that it was clipping inside the ceiling. As of this moment, I still haven't realized that, so I just kept working on the exterior. But I will be adjusting the slanted roof later on when I noticed it, hee. I colored the front entrance part to linen and brick wall. But for the other exterior walls, I will be coloring it cloudy gray. I wanted to use white, but it looked super plain and not looking good, so when I added the cloudy gray, it had a change of popping color. Notice the difference compared to when I left it all white? I love the combination of this to linen brick wall. And I wanted to have this large arch door frame for the front porch. But we don't have an advanced placing to resize an archway. So I used this medieval archway and colored this to brick just to match the wall. It looks good enough for a large archway. Then I added some wall trims that I colored to linen wood grain. I will also be using the same wall trims for the interior later. For the garage, I just used this traditional wide garage door. I love how it looks, and then for the entrance door, I used the arched panel side light door. For the windows, we will be using this single industrial window. I colored the entrance door to white, and we will be using white doors inside as well. I'm just gonna add a simple landscaping because we cannot leave the front plane. So I'm adding a simple planter by the front windows. I'm not really good at making landscaping, so what I do is just duplicate the plants and color it to match each other. I used different types of plants since I cannot adjust the sizes of it. I added a short fence around as the planter and then copy this on the other side as well. Now I'm gonna add a pathway by using the floor tile. Since the size of the front porch is 3 square wide, I also made the path the same width. I made it curved edges to look better, rather than making it a straight line. Then I changed the texture to concrete to match the sidewalk. I'm gonna copy this flooring to make the driving path to the garage. Then I added a few trees on the side of the house. If you noticed, Brit has given me a large budget of $250,000. And I didn't want to spend all of her money on this house, so I just added simple landscaping since trees are a bit expensive. I could add a lot of trees on the side of the small hedges, but it would cost a lot and we haven't even started inside. So I will just make this simple by adding strips of grass, which I will be alternating a different shade of color. I used dull color since it is still winter season, but I just wanted to incorporate dried grass. I added the small plants on the sharp edges of the pathway, just to cover the corners of the floor. And since we have a large empty space here, I added a picnic table that is perfect for the family. I also added a birdhouse and bird bath on the side. I deleted the frame I added on the middle roof and we will replace it with an outdoor wall lamp. Now let's move on to the interior, and I'm gonna add a wooden floor throughout the house except on the garage and bathroom. Then I colored all the walls to white. I will be recoloring some of the walls later. I just always color it white first so I can see how I place down the items. The first room to the left is a laundry area and a common bathroom. So I added a wall partition and I adjusted the windows to 2 coupled windows on each side. I used arched panel doors for the interior to match the front entrance door. And I used standard window door for the garage going to the kitchen side. I'm gonna make the laundry area first, and I will make this open using the traditional door frame. This would make the laundry room feel airy rather than closing it with a wall, then going to the bathroom. I'm gonna use the lavish laundry washer and dryer since we were given a good budget. And then I'm gonna add a cabinet on the side for linen storage. I just added the ironing board on the side for roleplay purpose. Now for the common toilet. This is supposed to be toilet and sink only. But since we have a 2x3 room, I added a shower on the corner. I used the rustic counter for the sink, and I'm just gonna add a few bathroom clutter. I moved the toilet bowl to the other side so we can place a toilet paper holder on the wall. I placed the trash bin by the wall and added a painting above. Now we will add a floor plant. And I'm just gonna use a cheap pot and add a monstera plant. Now I'm gonna make a custom wall cabinet with bench seating and hook rack. So we will add a fridge cabinet, and the other one is pantry cabinet. So this wall cabinet will be for the everyday coats of the family and shoe cabinet. Now we will add a bench seat on the space by using delete undo technique. I added a hook rack, and we will also place down towels that will be a pretend coats. Again, I used delete undo technique because we cannot place the towels on the same spot as the hook rack without the advanced placing Gamepass. I added some slippers below and then a hat stand on the side and some light switch by the door. Moving to our living room, since we are still in the winter season, I'm gonna add a fireplace on this wall. I colored this the same brick linen from the exterior wall. And I just added some Christmas decors like the tree because it is still December 26th as I were building this. So maybe the family will not yet removed their Christmas decors until January? How about in your household? When do you clear up the Christmas decors? I think it depends on family traditions, right? Anyways, I used a rustic coffee table in the middle and added a small round end table by the single sofas. Just filling up the sofa chair with pillows, and again you can use the transform tool for free on pillows and blankets only, without buying the Gamepass. This is my favorite freebie because I don't have transform tool even on my main account. I copied some of the pillows to the single sofa chairs. And let's just add a few gift boxes under the tree because it feels empty without the presents. I added a window on the side, and that is the time when I noticed that the slanted roof in front was clipping inside. Like it was too big and really being seen. So I had to redo the slanted roof, and what I did was made the roof longer, 3 squares to the back. It was still clipping a bit, but it looked better than the first one. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to salvage that, but thankfully it looked way better than before. Going back inside, we have this very plain wall. And to make this wall less empty, I'm gonna add lots of collage paintings. On the other side, we also have a large empty wall. So I'm gonna add a rustic console table where we will just place down a few clutters. And I'm gonna add a round mirror, which I colored the frame to linen wood texture to match the other wood furnitures. It looks plain, so I added a garland on top. I'm gonna skip the dining table for now because I have to know how big the kitchen layout would take up. I made a 2x2 square pantry on the right corner. So I used arched counters for the kitchen, and I made a small breakfast counter in here. So this kitchen took about 3x4 and then a 2x2 pantry. I got messed up when I added the kitchen cabinets because the counters are not really fixed on an angle. So I had to adjust the look of the overhead cabinets. I keep getting OC because they are not symmetrical, and number 2, this is a house build for a subscriber. I want to make it look good for her. I really hope she would like how it would turn out later. I mean, what if she sees this and be like, I don't like this at all, and then bulldozes it, hee. OMG, I am quite nervous, and this definitely makes me build this even slower. Like, I am very indecisive with how the colors would be, and am I putting too much decor or am I putting less? I want it to look like a minimalist house, but because this is also a roleplay house, I still wanted this to look lived in. So I added a cucumber being chopped on the side, hee. Anyways, since we have a good amount of space for the dining area, I used this traditional dining table and copied the color from the coffee table. I used rustic dining chairs, and I will leave this table empty so if they will use this for roleplay, they can place down food on the table with ease. I will quickly make the garage, and I just added a rectangular carpet that I colored gray with diamond plate texture to look like metal. This garage can fit 2 cars, so if she has more than 2, then the other cars can be left outside. I added some lighting and used sleek ceiling lights. I usually add the lights at the end of every house I made. But since I wanted to see how it would look like with the roof on, so I can adjust the lighting inside. I copied the carpet from the living area and placed one under the dining table. Let's do the pantry, and I used a sliding glass door. Since this is just a 2x2 pantry room, I will be adding a pantry cabinet and a storage shelf. I added a box organizer on top for other clutters, and then I added windows on the empty wall going to the pantry. I didn't notice that I wasn't recording making the shared bathroom for the 2 kids' bedroom. Sorry about that. Don't worry, I just copied the bathroom from the laundry area and replaced the shower with a tub combo. I am now making the first bedroom, which will be for a daughter. Again, you can use Transform tool for free on pillows and blankets only. I am using this open cabinet dresser because it looks good and it is also cheap. I'm adding a study table on the side. It's up to her if she would like to add a computer or a laptop for the daughter. If she'll be the rich mom in the roleplay, then definitely have a gadget here, hee. I just don't want to spend a lot of Brit's money for this house. Although it definitely costs a lot if you make this really roleplay friendly by adding a lot of clutters. But since she wanted a bit minimalist, I think this is a good amount of clutter. I'm just adding some clipboard on the wall to make it look like the daughter is really studying well. I also added a few hanging coats on the wall and school bag above the cabinet and a yoga mat on the floor. Now we will make the second bedroom, and this time we will do a boys' kid room. So this can be used by a grade schooler, toddler, or baby boy. I added a kid's bed and a baby crib, so if you want to have 3 kids for roleplay, you can definitely build a family of 5. So I just colored the beds with blue blankets and made the wood furnitures to brown color. I'm adding toys above the bed frame and a few car collection. I also made the wallpaper this puzzle texture to really make it look like a kid's room. I also added a roller skate on the corner. Now for the last room in this house is the main bedroom or the parents' room. The double bed was too wide looking, and so I will just use 2 single beds again and make it look like one big bed. I just copied the bed from the girls' bedroom because I was just making an excuse not to make another bed, hee. Just like the other rooms, I used this cloudy gray wall color to make an accent wall. And then I added some collage frame above. I used a rustic end table to match the other furnitures we have from the living room. And I added this spiky plant, which is one of my go-to table plants. I will be using this industrial wardrobe cabinet, but I set it aside first because I will be adding a console table in the middle. I also added a TV for the parents, but I didn't add any lounge chair, so they just lie down and watch from their bed, hee. I copied the large painting from the living room for this empty wall space. And now making the bathroom, I used a 2x4 square space. So this is quite wide for the regular bathrooms that I typically make. I wanted to make a separation from the bath area, so I added a wall partition. And we also have 2 bathroom sinks for the mom and dad. I'm gonna add more bathroom clutters in here so that it can be used for roleplay. And since we have 2 bathroom sinks, we can use a wide mirror. So I used this horizontal mirror and added a vanity light. Now that I realized the layout, I will move the wall partition on the other side so the toilet bowl will be separated from the bath area. I added horizontal windows above for ventilation. I added an oak shelf for the shampoo and conditioner bottles and then added a hanging towel for the mom and dad. I forgot to add some decors by the front porch, so I just added a wreath and a sofa chair. I also added this small Christmas tree on the corner. Then I added curved curtains on all the windows. And yeah, I am done. I already changed the decals before I called her here. I'm actually so nervous. So I made this front side plain in case she wants to add some barbecue area or a swing set. And then going inside, so as you enter, you can see the storage cabinet for the everyday needs, and then on the left we have the laundry area. I tried to add a few household clutters like the ironing board and a broom. And then we have the guest bathroom here. Very simple, I just added a shower in case someone would use it. But yeah, that is the bathroom and laundry area. Over here I added a bench seat and she loves the green accent. So happy to hear that. So this is the living room, and since it is an open floor plan, we have the dining table right next to it. And then here is the kitchen at the back. This is actually a well-spaced kitchen, not too big and not too small. I kept it simple, didn't add much kitchen clutter, but she can add appliances that she would like. And over here is the garage. So I kept it plain, Just added a large cabinet for the tools and boxes of old stuff in there. This can fit only 2 cars though, hee. And then going to the first bedroom, we have a girl's room. So this can be used by a grade schooler to teen. I just made it very girly with pink beds and pink stuff because most daughters love pink, right? I mean, it is one of my favorite colors up until now. And over here is a shared bathroom for the children. So this connects to the kids' room. I hope she likes this room because I made it very kid-friendly with the vibrant colors of the toys. I still wanted it to look role-play friendly. Now going to the last room, which is the ensuite bedroom for the parents. I made it very simple with the color palette of the house, which was white, beige, cloudy gray, and sage green. I love this color combination, and it made it look very earthy. Glad she loved it. I'm so happy. Thank you everyone for those who joined and messaged me. If you want to be the next one who can have a chance for a house renovation or building, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on my Roblox account as well. Don't forget to click on the notification bell so you won't miss the latest videos I upload. Have a wonderful new year, everyone. Love you all and take care. See you on my next video.